said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook.
Turning it on! The 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, Dave, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Lyle. Got his man downfield. At the 35, he's loose. What a play there. He's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
The offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. They'll try to power it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us gets in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grab behind the line. It's Golden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Makes the catch. It's Golden. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Inside the 35. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll try to let it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield, it's Lyle. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Golden. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 40. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Knight. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. And it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should...
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it up to 36. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Lyle. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got it. He gets it blocked. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Lyle. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Motion from the back. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. He'll work his way down to the 28. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback back at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. A shot toward the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. This one's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. He'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a quarter.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Auburn offense. He'll pull it on the read. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Lyle. Right down the middle. Finds his man open. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The tag. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. Nice move. Creates some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Now here comes Auburn offense onto the field again. Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's over 150 yards rushing. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know.
Touchdown Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a man, it's Lyle. Safe completion on the screen. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Here we go.
The give out of the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bring in the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
3rd down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quarterback making checks. Try to get it to the edge. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Woods. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Caught in the backfield. It's Woods. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. Going deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback. It's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush. Sometimes it's a 3-man rush. Sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season.